How you doing? All right, we're on Carnival Day 3, and we're going to update some of the bug problem where they sent out an email with 50 free gold. Oh my gosh, you could almost do nothing with that. Uh, and so we are looking at our login day. So we're on guard day. All right, so for those who don't know, just look ahead a little bit. Tomorrow's going to be Airship Day, and then we're going to be upgrade gear day, and then we're going to be back to a building day on day 7. All right, that's probably been pushed down to the bottom because of one of my videos that shows you how to hack that freaking event. Search it out, guys. It probably won't work anymore. The developers over at GOG, I talked to some of them in the background through Line and Discord, and through the wee hours of the night. I talked to them on their China schedule, which is 1 and 2 in the morning at my time. And I don't talk to anybody that has the authority to say anything, apparently, or there's so much fear they just all keep their mouths shut. But I'm going to show you what I did. Because they were deleting my contact support. So if those who don't know, you go into contact mod, not contact mod, contact support, and up in the upper right hand corner, any open tickets that haven't been resolved, there would be a click this button here. I would not be able to put a new thing in here. So I had the 3 they deleted before, and I have a 4th one they deleted, which was in context to the fact that they were deleting. I went over to Google, and as you can see, I refunded my money on October 1, October 1 and 2nd, until they turn around and address the fact that they put forward an event where if I spend $300, I get $700 worth of loot because I can stack it within their daily deals in their event. It's their system. I'm just working it. But when I spend the $300 and don't get anything, then you stole $400 worth of growth from me, and then to turn around and say, well, but you got what you paid for. No, I didn't. I wouldn't have spent the $300 if it was only for what I bought, because it wasn't worth it. Just flat out wasn't. But if I'm getting a 56% discount for my growth and I can parlay that over the month, I thought it was a value. I gave you my money based on the value built into the event. Lots of people do this. Most of the high-end coiners do this. I'm in a room where we discuss just barely nothing but this. Okay, how to get the maximum amount. These guys who are big C40s and max out stats, trust me, they don't just slap their credit card down and say, screw me over, GOG, let's have fun. They're willing to spend $200-300 on a day, but they want to parlay growth out of it more than just this, click the buy button. People who have money aren't stupid with their money. And GOG has been looking at these players as tiers. Well, this guy spends $8,000 a month. Well, that's his tier of income. That's not your tier of stealing. Well, we can steal $8,000 a month from that guy. And that's what seems to be happening. So when you have a staff that is trashing customer service reports, my only recourse is to go back to Google. And I reread my agreements with Google. I don't know if you've got some special one, and I seriously doubt it. But this email here that you sent me in game is a violation of your Google terms. Because my first response with Google is I have to contact support to try and resolve something. You trash the support tickets. You trash the support ticket addressing this. And what this letter says, if you can't read it, I'm sorry, I got a graphic on the page that because they got bugs in their interface that won't go away. Because you've recently received an in-game purchase refund, future items will not be delivered. In other words, because I dared to say, hey, you stole from me and you forced me to go back through Google to get my money back, you're going to steal any future purchases because once stolen, always stolen in the eyes of the company policy. Now, if you think if your employees feel that they can just trash this stuff because this exists and nothing's going on, and some other employee somewhere that's got a management job doesn't know why people are refunding, well, guys, I'm now telling you, October 1, October 2, if you didn't get your stuff, go click the refund button. You want to run a protest, boycotting future spending isn't the way to do it. Somebody's looking at a stat page and doesn't know why. Somebody looking at why money left their Cayman bank account, hey, that guy wants to know why. So this is how you create the conversation. And I went through all, they can have my money. Just give me what I paid for. You had a user interface. 50 gold is not compensation that you gave people who didn't spend money. My farms who don't spend a dime got that 50 gold. So you stole from me and gave money to somebody else. Congratulations, you're a socialist. Well, guess what, guys? Socialist economies collapse the minute you run out of other people's money, and you just run out of mine. Because until the people that I speak to in the background start talking to me, until GOG reaches out, this is my boycott. Screw your money. And it's not just me that's going to say screw spending money. I'm telling you, they cheated us October 1, October 2nd. If you didn't get your not refund, and I did not get mine, if you didn't get compensation to get back what it was you couldn't buy in a timely fashion, because there's time limits, it's part of their event. You spent money on time. They took money from your bank account on time. You couldn't get the reward on time. Oh, well, screw you. We got your money. Ah, I dare you to try and get it back from us. And if you do it through Google, oh my gosh, well, we'll just take some of your other stuff later. That is a mindset problem. And the mindset is between the separate companies, one that collects the money and the one that owns the company. So, me doing it by myself, that's not going to have an impact. Don't go stupid. Don't go refunding money for stuff that you normally bought. Daily deals, i.e., things like that, because they don't count towards the event anyway. Stay focused. Make them take the loss. They think the WWE thing was hurtful because they didn't get the money. Wait till they lose the money that they did get this time. And if they're going to throw this kind of tantrum, now what this also tells me is guys have been using that refund button to build their castles, because I know GOG did not have a Google interface 2 months ago, 3 months ago. If you watch one of my other videos on the subscription problem, they couldn't determine if I even bought the subscription. Now they're getting a notification, and I issued a refund on those subscriptions. Now they got an interface. So there were guys building castles by buying, issuing a refund, buying, issuing a refund. So this may be an automated message, and they just hadn't had time to deal with it. But then I did contact your customer support to find out if this was an automated message and if you wanted to deal with this money issue so that you could have my money. You deleted the email. You deleted the contact support. Congratulations. That's a personnel problem. Now you need to decide whether that's just a worthless piece of crap human being that's running your customer support department, or if you've outsourced it to a third party, which I'm thinking that you probably have, if their laziness is about to cost you a ton of money. So, I don't know where the problem lies. Communication would have been the fix of that. You know, we try to communicate first, action comes second. That is the way it is with me. So when people see me out here taking action, guys, I try to talk. They don't want to talk. I control 30% of their freaking keywords. They don't even talk to me. Not at a company business level like they should talk. The people I talk to have jobs at the company, and it's amazing how they have to dance around saying certain things. And if, for those who don't know, China is so suppressive. Uh, they don't even have a voicemail. I can't call them up and leave them a voicemail. They don't have it. They got to set up virtual private networks and hide their communication with other people. But let's talk about the events if you're wanting to get in the events. Okay, so uh, Kingdom Trials, Master Recruits. I doubt I even have any. And because of their new little policy, I can't go spend money to get them. So they fixed their game and they have the ability to take my money, but because they stole my previous money, they can't have my money today. They can't even have my 99 cents because they're going to steal it until we resolve this. The when you parlay the purchase into the event, $300 equals $700 worth of loot. I sat down and figured that out before I did the first spend. That way I can turn around and walk in and do these recommendations to you guys. When I turn around and give the coiner recommendations, I don't just go, oh, okay, and I bought this and I bought that. I don't randomly buy. The advice I give is thought out. I may miss something, and someone's always willing to jump in and correct or add the information that I skipped over, and I'm thankful for that. But by the time I filmed it, it's too late. So use the comments, hit the subscribe button, view the comments, guys. There are good quality people down in the comments who add advice to my advice. Don't ignore them. Take it with a grain of salt. Okay. So, besides our ever-loving scroll banner of worthless advertising that covers up our buttons. Okay, so today is Airship Upgrade Day. And if you haven't figured it out, guys, basically, if this is what they're going to throw into events right now, don't use your Airship XP ever until the event. All right? And then your login awards. So, even if you buy it, don't use it. Wait till the event. Come into the event. If you bought a ton of air, don't wait till the event to buy it. Buy the little $4.99 packages that they offer up in the sweet deals, and don't use it. Wait till you can come in here and parlay that stuff for loot. Like if you can get down to that 1 million at EXP, which is, wait a minute, that's 1 million or that's 10 million. 10 million's, is that a big bounty? That's a big bounty. Okay. I can look instead of guessing. Okay, so there's one of our farms parlaying up a big bounty, which is 110 times 100,000. That is 11 million, right? Man, my brain is not working because I'm sick, guys. I'm sorry. Whoa. Man, I'm still recording. I don't know what happened there. And I don't know why it comes. Okay, but it's 11 mil. Because 10 times 100,000 is a million, right? So 100. Okay, yeah, it's 11 million. can't even multiply by 10 in my brain right now, and I freaking I do huge math in my brain. Okay, so of course you can go into the mines, get your EXP out of there. I don't ever recommend buying Airship EXP and stuff out of the expeditions. They have two fixed patch this thing. Now, this problem they're having with the events is part of a two fixed patch problem. Okay, we had a KVK issue. So you go to the more info page. And what was happening with KVKs, we were getting these guys who would literally log off for more than 7 days, only come on during KVK. There'd be 5 of them in one kingdom, and that's it. And they were uber coiners, or they used the little pay hack way back when, and they overpowered. But they hadn't spent lately. Okay? Because whenever they put the patch in, we're seeing these C40s that are active but aren't coining now. And this might be the reason why, is they gone in there and figured out how to talk to Google about, hey, these guys are hitting the refund button and we're not getting notified. Okay, I know that did happen at one point. I never dreamed of exploiting it. I wouldn't do that. That's stealing. My problem with GOG is they're stealing from me, and their company policy is, well, we stole it. Make sure you keep them at gunpoint until we keep it. I will probably, from a business standpoint, have to address this issue one way or another, which means throw the money at them just so I can continue doing what I'm doing, which they may be trying to do. But these high scores here, this is what's rolling your KVK, and I'm about to do a video on that, so I don't want to step on my own toes on this one. So, but they're also using it now in events. So guys who rush out ahead and spend money with the game are getting screwed in the event because of the way they structure the event. The event was about making money. It was never about being an event. Like I said, my plan for the event was how to sit down and spend $300 and get $700 worth of loot. That's not an event. That's budgeting. Call this the Carnivale event. This is the budgeting event. So, if you didn't get your loot back, or they screwed you out of your knots, go Google. Collect did not receive item. Put in there. Reference the previous video to this, Day 2 Carnivale, in that deal. Point blank reference. Go ahead and put that in your comments at Google. That video, I did. They refunded every ounce of my money because I went out there and publicly demonstrated why I didn't get what I got, what I paid for. So you can use that as a reference as well. It's not a place for snotty comments talking to Google. Google's not the one that stole your money. Developers who were fixing stuff, I'm using air quotes there, and outsourced customer service that doesn't respond because they're overwhelmed and or can't read, don't understand, and or do not have the ability to fix. There is multiple problems there in that customer support area. I learned more than 20 years ago. 22 years ago, I owned a dial-up company for dial-up internet service provider. Okay, and I had numbers nationwide, and we found out pretty quick that outsourcing customer support cost us more money than insourcing it, simply because the outsourced customer support, which offered us cheaper labor, cheaper all this other stuff, just screwed my client base over so bad trying to keep their costs down of running their business that it hurt my business. So instead of spending 15 cents per customer who paid me $9.99 for local dial-up, It wound up costing me $1.25, and my profit margin on a $9.99 dial-up went from $1, $15, $16 per customer to literally a quarter. But we got to keep more of our customers, and it was actually profitable to only get a quarter than it was to put $1.15 in my pocket. But it doesn't sound that way when you start out. It's one of those lessons you learn hard way in life. Phone banks and outsourced customer support, scam of all ages. For all you know, GOG's using some prison somewhere. Uh, that's why the first thing they do is they warn you. Is they say, hey, don't give your credit card information to people in this customer support. Yeah, it's probably using a prison somewhere. Uh, anyway, I digress. So, points event. This is about spending gold. Gold used in the bank will not be calculated. In other words, they've gotten so chicken shit. Oh, somebody found a hack I didn't put out. Oh, wow. Now, gold used in the auction house will not be calculated. I get that too because you can underbid and get a refund. So somebody had two hacks that I didn't catch. And see, they're trying to secure up these hacks, but they're letting the IT department do it. They're letting the developers do it. And then on the other side, as the developers get it wrong and close the holes in a way that screws over the people that spend money, well, they're pissing off. Your developers are pissing off your customer support. So, wow, guys, sorry I missed that. I wish I'd have stuck that out there 2 events ago. Somebody else knew about it. Some Esquay didn't know about it. Shame on you, Esquay. But and it may just be a few people knew about it or a few alliances knew about it and were smart enough to keep their mouths shut. All right, because this would have been one of these things where if the bank would have done it, I could have set up an auto mouse and sat there and just had it spin, re-get, things like that. Cutting off the auction house blindly is stupid. Cutting it off, because if you did spend 30,000 gold in the auction house because you won something, well, that's it. Just get your gold at the time and what you've gone down. And make sure that when people add gold from their bag, it adds to the total from the number. Shouldn't have to tell you that, but I apparently do. 1 second. All right. So today is banner day for the daily deals. Okay, so you're going to buy those anyway. They did stack it on top of the event. They are trying to encourage you to. Funny thing is, I did claim that. They are trying to encourage you to go a little deeper into the packages because they now got some very big stupid packages. But as you see, they even tell you themselves, although they slap other stuff in here, they consider value. VIP points is always a good value. Most people hit that $4.99 just for the VIP points. I know I do. Or did, but you stopped me from spending money today because you're throwing a tantrum over your Carnivale screw up. The and I'm betting it's political calls. I love the political season. And they had just been hammering on me today. I'm going to answer one of them here shortly, and I'm going to frickin' rip them a new one. All right. So that's what I'm doing about the stealing of the knots. And the fact that they told people was like, oh, we sent reward to your bank. Well, if that 50 gold was my reward, that refund button was yours. And this recommendation that you boycott. Down the bottom right hand corner is a subscribe button, guys. Don't forget to go to rogersraiders.com. I have a World of Warcraft channel that I'm separating the content with. Limited $15 a month spend. And I am in the urge to actually get in there and play. And literally getting in here to do things for you guys is sucking time away from my World of Warcraft fun. It's World of Warcraft Classic, not the game that you buy and then level to level 120. This one is Classic. It's the original World of Warcraft where it's hard. You got to know what you're doing. It sucks. You die a lot. It takes you forever to earn loot so that you can get better. And you got to work as a team and know what you're doing. It's fun. It's $15 a month. Check out rogersraiders.com. There's more than likely an ad for it when you click one of the articles on the World of Warcraft Classic to get you right in there. There is no free trial. And I am a Blizzard influencer, just so you know. What that means is they expect me to shill for them, but I'm doing it because I like it, not because I have to. I really waited a month too long because I didn't know if anybody else would be interested, but the numbers are awesome. We've got our own guild on Azure Song, and you know, go spend $15. Build on the Azure Song. Watch one of the videos so you know which one I'm talking about, and then the go in there, and I will. Matter of fact, I'll put up a video on how to find people in a specific guild so that you can request to be in a specific guild. It's I had somebody who played the game 7 years ago and forgot the command because it's a command line thing. Like I said, it is really literally the old one. There's no right click guild button anymore. They took the interface right back to the thing. Brilliant move on their part. I would have never dreamed it'd be as successful as it's becoming, but it is. And so if you're wanting a good place to play and you know that you like what I do over here at GOG and you want to learn to play World of Warcraft Classic because you didn't play it, or quite frankly, a lot of my audience was too young to play Classic when it was originally out. I know that from looking at things. Most of you weren't old enough to play the game. It literally was gone by the time you were old enough to run a computer. So it's a $15 a month deal. It's cheaper if you buy it by the year. It's a game that people play for years. It's a game that people have been playing for 15 years. And that should tell you just how good it is. So take a look there. Join us if you can. Don't forget to hit my subscribe button here. Guys, if you want questions answered, I am down to doing subscribers only on the answering of questions. It is a huge volume of questions now that I'm getting. I mean, it's monstrous. So, don't mean to be that way. Not trying to force you to subscribe just to get a question answered. It's just a time management issue. I only have so much time to answer questions, and I gotta respect the guys who respected me first. So, it just is what it is. So this is the end of day 3. And if you want to join me in my October 1, October 2 event only refund boycott, do so. But understand the consequences. That until enough people do it, a few of us might just get screwed. So understand the consequences there, and don't join me if you don't want to get involved. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.